Hi, I am Jennyfer Ross, and today I am 2 years natural. Even though I still have some goals to achieve, I would like to take this moment to celebrate this little milestone, because the last 2 years of my life haven't been easy. So, let's start where it all began. As a baby, I used to have a lot of hair, and my mom told me that she had terrible stomachs when she was pregnant with me, and that the doctors told her that it was because I had a lot of hair. I don't know how much of that is actually true, but my mom pretty much kept my hair in its natural state when I was a baby, and she didn't really do any ponytails and stuff until I was 2 years old. This is my first birthday, and as you can see in the picture, I was not amused. What can I say? I never really liked birthdays. Then came the kiddo years, and as a kid, my mom always styled my hair into protective styles. It was mostly in this bun situation or in these two buns with bows, and I hated this hairstyle. The pigtails though, they were my favorite because it really showed my length and it would make me feel really girly. That side eye though in this picture, I told you before I really didn't like birthday parties. But then my sister was born and my grandmother came to live with us. And she was the best because she had so much more patience with my hair than my mom used to have. She would always comb my hair into these simple braids, and I really thought I looked like a boy, so I always put this little bow in the front of my hair so that people could still see that I was a girl. So for my first communion, my mom took me to a hairdresser to get my hair pressed and curled. And in the Antillean community, it is very common to get a relaxer actually for this special occasion, but my mom chose to just have it pressed instead. And this is the murder weapon that they use to get my hair straight, And I just remember being so scared of this thing, but I think every black girl can relate to this. I had my first relaxer when I was 13 years old, but unfortunately I couldn't find any pictures of that specific time. But this was me in high school, and yes, I was the only black girl in my school, which is so crazy when I look back at it now. But my hair was relaxed the entire time, and our hairdresser just one time cut off my ends, and then my hair ended up in this weird looking bob, which took forever and ever to grow and also kept breaking during the whole process basically. In this picture I was 16 and my hair grew back a little bit. It was still very unhealthy and still breaking and stuff. But this was one of the very few moments that I wore my hair down because I really didn't like my hair, to be honest, and I would just never wear it down. But then soon after this I discovered weave, and there started a new decade for me because I really gave up on my hair and I was just wearing weave all the time because I really thought my hair was the bad hair, which is so sad when I think of it right now. But don't ask me why. I was still relaxing my hair underneath the weave so that it would blend in with my weave, and looking back, that was the worst thing ever to do. But I was really in love with the weave and I felt like I didn't have to worry about my hair anymore. And besides all that, it really made me feel confident, sexy, girly. I could have long hair, waist-length hair, just basically whatever I wanted, and I just thought it was super easy. And I'm really one of those girls who have tried all the hair out there. I've had the human hair, the Brazilian hair, Malaysian hair, and I don't know what type of hair they were tricking us to believe it was, but I've seriously had it all. Then in the beginning of 2012, I took it a step further and I got a Brazilian keratin treatment because the world was raging about it and it was supposed to be so good for your hair. It would make your hair feel so luscious and great and beautiful, and it would just make your life better. But of course, this was all lies. And then later, 6 months later, I was talking to my friend Nicole on the phone and I told her that I was very sad because I barely had any edges left to cover my tracks in the front of my weave, of course. And I remember telling her, like, Nick, I'm so sad about this, and I just think I'm gonna stop relaxing my hair because I just don't know what to do anymore. And then her answer was just like, okay, then just stop and just stop doing it and take a look into closures. Maybe your hair just needs a break. And that was actually the best thing anyone has ever told me to do. So after I hang up with Nicole, I went on YouTube and I looked up closures, and I found this girl called Jenny Jenkins. At the time she was called Beauty by JJ, and I basically just watched all her YouTube videos and I got so inspired, so I went and got myself one, and then I started doing sew-ins with a closure, of course. And unknowingly I just went into my transition, and the plan was to just give my hair a break, and I planned that after 3 years I would decide what I was going to do with my hair. So every time I took the weave down to have another one installed the next day, I would see progress, and I saw my hair flourish and come back, and I would wash it and I would see like that the roots were a little curly, and I was so confusing actually because I couldn't remember having curls. So one time my hairdresser went MIA on me, and I already took out the weave the day before, and there I was looking weird with a hairdresser that is nowhere to be found. And yeah, not being able to leave my house because I looked a mess, you know. I cried for about an hour, and then I decided to go on YouTube and find out what the hell I could do to this hair. And then I found this girl called Natural Nisi, and this is where all the magic happened, because I didn't even know that this all was possible with natural hair. So later that day the hairdresser called me, and she said that she went out the night before and that she had a terrible hangover and that she would do my hair the next day. I basically should have kicked her ass to the curb right then and there, but I depended on her and I was very self-conscious about my hair. So I couldn't find anyone else who could do a very good sew-in. So I stick to her, and I went and got my hair done the next day, and I just continued my research on YouTube and found out about more amazing YouTubers with natural hair. Then 1 year later I met Benny, the love of my life, and he didn't even left my side ever since, and he accepted me for who I was, and he didn't care about my hair issues because, well, let's be honest, he didn't even know about it. But after that, I just had 2 more rounds of a weave sew-in. And in August 2014, Benny and I moved to Belgium. I was very concerned about the whole hair situation because I didn't have a job yet. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to travel back and forth every 2 months to get my hair done all the way back in the Netherlands. So then September 29, 2014 was the day. It was the day that Benny took out my last weave. And it was the day that I chopped off all the other relaxed ends that I had left. And the next day I was a natural. The first 6 months I would only wear my hair in a puff, and finding products that worked for my hair has been quite a journey as well. But in the end, I can only say that it was really worth it. My major tip to anyone out there transitioning or finding inspiration to develop an easy regimen is to just stick to products that work for your hair and deep condition your hair just once a week. And with natural hair, I really think less is more. The past 2 years have been amazing, and I can't wait to see how much further I can get with this. I am super happy that I finally have healthy hair because that was the goal. So yeah, that's my first milestone, and this journey has taught me so much. I feel so much more confident, I feel beautiful, and that is all because of the hair that God has blessed me with. The only thing I regret is not starting this sooner, but I guess everything happens for a reason. And good things take time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you got to know me a little better. If you like videos like this, let me know in the comments down below, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!